All right. Hi, all. I am here on a Sunday at the office responding to a lot of inquiries that have come in from both Facebook and Instagram. And it's become so many inquiries in regards to our services, it's tough for me to respond in a timely fashion or schedule the right amount of appointments. So what I wanted to do today is kind of simplify that. So excuse the outfit. Typically, I wouldn't wear this on a normal work day, but here on a Sunday, I wanted to share with you guys what's made our company so popular and answer just a lot of the questions that I've been getting about our services. Send it to you guys in the video so that way it'll expedite our next conversation together. So a few of the things that's made 𝑳𝒂𝒎𝒂𝒔𝒖 so wildly popular, it's more than just, yes, we're calling tons of data and generating tons of leads, but it's the whole model and process surrounding it. So we force, if you will, our affiliates to adopt to our methodology. So if you become one of our affiliates, we're going to request and require a number of things for you. One of them is a buy-in to our fronter-closer model. My company, 𝒂𝒂𝒏 Media, is the fronter of that model. You guys are the closers. And what most small business owners, either investors, iBuyers, wholesalers, or the problems that they're dealing with is they are spending so much time trying to find, number one, the data, get the data skipped, process it, add it to the dialer, find a cold caller. They're spending so much on the front end of their operation, they're never really having time to focus on what matters most, and that's bringing in money. Like, period, end of story. Your only job is to close deals and make sure that they make it to a titling company and you get a check. That's it. And this industry is just fraught with well-intentioned entrepreneurs who can't get past taking out the trash. In other words, they're literally doing the lowest level entry positions of their company, and they're not able to focus on generating revenue. So effectively, that's what my company does, but at a great and grandiose high level. We do the whole front end of the operation for you, period, end of story. We source the data, we skip the data, we do all the data management inside of the dialers, and the special part becomes once it's in the dialer. So my company will find the motivated sellers, highly qualify them, ensure that they're also highly motivated, and put that very top tier lead into your CRM or our CRM if you're using our specialty CRM. So the fronter closer model, essentially what it does is it allows you to no longer worry about, is there a lead for me to talk to, and is that lead highly qualified and highly motivated? If you've ever used a cold calling service before, you've likely hired what they call virtual assistants. Unequivocally, without a doubt, we are not VAs. We're an enterprise level call center, period. You're not dealing with somebody who's located in the Philippines, who when it rains, they lose power, they lose internet, there's an excuse here, their headsets don't work. We're a high level 40-some person enterprise dedicated call center with all the infrastructure and technology stack to be able to support this type of volume. What you're probably used to, what you call a lead and what we call a lead couldn't be more different from each other. What most people in this industry call a lead is what I say is a heartbeat in a home. Like, you guys, unfortunately, the industry is kind of had you believe that somebody who has a home and they'd like to talk to somebody about selling is a lead. Just not a lead in our world. And if you become one of our affiliates, you'll no longer believe that is a lead. Like a missed phone call from a piece of mail, not a lead. A VA who tells you they'd like to sell the house, but it's 130% of estimate, or they'd like to sell their house, but it's their cousin's daughter who's speaking on behalf of them. None of that exists anymore. So we do not subscribe to the heartbeat in the home. Our affiliates get leads that are highly qualified based on pricing criteria for your particular market. We don't even consider a lead to be in range until it has a substantial why. And the why is, hey, my daughter's here, I need to move to her, my husband passed away. There's just a motivating factor to it. But they have to have that, and they also have to request for 70% and less of the estimate value. So just imagine a CRM where you opened up in the morning and that was your top focus, were just leads qualified over a 15 to 20 minute conversation and had a really good why, all those details put and curated into your platform, and the customer is expecting a call back or expecting you to receive them as a live transfer. So now let's talk about our buckets of leads that you'll get. So again, our number one bucket is what we call in-range leads. These are consumers. This is part of our, again, overarching sales philosophy. When you log into your CRM with us, you'll see 3 buckets. Boom, in-range leads, above-range leads, and then full retail leads. My team doesn't get compensated unless they fill up that first bucket, which is in-range leads. Our entire focus as a sales organization is 70% and less, 70% and less, 70% and less, day after day after day full of leads. We understand there's going to be some people who, however, can't budge from that price, or there's a mitigating factor in that market. And so those go into a bucket from 71 to 89% obsessive. And then we have anybody who wants 90% and higher, which we call full retail leads. Full retail leads are really good for our organization and our sales team in the markets that we actively participate in, for like subject to deals, owner financing deals. But all 3 buckets are highly motivated. All 3 buckets. And so every day you and your sales organization get to go in and look at each bucket. Say, wow, they generated 3 leads here, 2 leads here, 1 lead here. And you guys make the decisions on how you're going to execute on those buckets. We firmly believe that any lead that we send over needs a call and they need it immediately. And we'll encourage you to do the same thing too. So we've already hit on a couple of big points. Number 1, fronter closer model. Number 2, a 3-tier bucket system of your leads. And all of these are people who want to talk to you. Imagine that. You'll never have to hunt down these people and say, I'm not interested in selling. No, I didn't say that. So how do we accomplish that? It's really what we call our closed loop service. For lack of a better way of putting this, we're trying to be the Apple, if you will, of the real estate investment industry. So in other words, closed loop means that we control everything. We're controlling the data acquisition, the data skipping through our own internal service, which is leaps and bounds better than what anybody else is doing out there. And the results are in the number of leads that you'll talk to that are ready to roll. Our dialer platform and our CRM. So for everybody who's interested in our services, they get access to our closed loop. And what we encourage you to do is to use our Podio Killer platform. So we have our own CRM that has spent millions of dollars in development over the years to be able to get it to where we have a platform that encourages sales, that pushes your leads down the funnel. So here in a second, I'm going to start demoing products that we give or our affiliates receive with our services. The first one I'd like to discuss is going to be our Slack channels. So for those of you who don't know, Slack is a platform that allows for inter-office message communication between us and, let's say, your office. If you become an affiliate of ours, you have 5 highly important Slack channels closed for your team that you'll have access to with people on our entire team here. Number 1, you'll have the most important one. It's live transfers. We will force you to take live transfers, period, end of story. And what happens in the live transfers chat, and you see it, somebody, we're talking on the phone, we spent 15, 17 minutes with this person. We've gotten all their whys, all their hot buttons, and they give us a price, let's say 52% adjustment. We know, and they want to speak with somebody right now. We know that this is a lead that can't afford to sit around in your CRM. So my team goes into your dedicated closer needed Slack channel, closer available. You respond yes, we immediately send that person live over to you after their information's in your CRM, allowing you to pick up, receive the baton. We're running the race. We're passing the baton back to you, and now it's your turn to go off. So the closer needed ASAP Slack channel is huge. Another one you get is the data and KPIs Slack channel. We have an in-house full-fledged data scientist. We have millions of leads in our total global platform. We place upwards of 800,000 outbound dials a week. We have market data that would make many operations on Wall Street in regards to real estate data, would make them envious. So we have our own data analytics team headed up by a gentleman named Leo, who's our data scientist in-house. The analytics that we get back on your campaign gets passed back to you, helps you make more educated decisions about your market and about your next purchase for lead data. So closer needed ASAP, you have a data and KPIs chat, you have a bosses only chat. Typically that's for me and whoever is at the highest level of your organization, so we can kind of talk in private and everybody can just have an open place where say, hey, listen, this is what worked really well with this lead, this is what we want to do in this particular market, this zip code here is what we want to focus on, et cetera, et cetera. You have another chat that's for data and KPIs. That's the one we were just talking about with Leo. They'll put your reports in there and also allow you to place your skip trace request in there. And then the last one is your buyers needed Slack chat. And this is really great because of our large presence in the industry and our own real estate investment efforts out there. We have amassed what we believe to be one of the largest cash buyers lists in the nation. And we have an active and fruitful relationship with these people because we tend to have the best deals in that marketplace. So one of the things that our affiliates do is once they procure a property from our lead source, they close it. If within a few days, they don't have their buyer lined up, just simply drop it in that Slack chat group with us, and then we will immediately provide it to our cash buyers list, and then we have a JV relationship on that particular transaction. It is great. So let me now just demo the Zen Call, which is what we use as our dialer platform and our CRM. We are a closed loop service, and we're providing the highest quality leads that have ever hit this industry. So hope this quick little video answered any of the questions that you had in regards to our services. If you have any additional ones, feel free to email us back, but hopefully this can now allow consumers who are potentially interested in our services to just kind of have a better understanding of what it is we're doing and what makes us so incredibly different, light years ahead of anything a virtual assistant would ever be able to provide for you. So thank you for your interest in llama Su Leads or llama Su Media, and I look forward to working with you one day very soon. Bye-bye.